Hi Aries, my name's Missy from Cosmic Love Rehab, and I have your March 1st through the 15th reading here for you. And this could actually, the energy from this reading could start now. It could be, you might find that it's, later on in the month of March. Whenever you see this video, you'll know how it resonates with you. And when timing for me isn't a straight line when it comes to energy. So when you see this, if it resonates, it resonates. And if it doesn't, that's okay too. All right, so I'm going to get straight to it. What I am seeing for you guys is that you either are in the process of or will be soon in the process of what it's called here is initiation by fire. And so what this means for me is that there may be some things during this time, some people, some relationships, some friendships, possibly even jobs that will be released from your life. And it doesn't have to be as serious as that. It could just be your idea about these things or the way that you saw them. What I'm seeing is that it's going to be a time to kind of let go of attachments, where you're not holding so tightly onto the things that you are used to or that you thought needed to be there. And the reason why I'm seeing that this is happening for you is that new life is wanting to come in. But first, some of these things have to be let go of, okay? To bring you into alignment for what you wanted, you know what I mean? Because some of you will realize that you'll feel like you're just going through life, but things aren't quite moving the way that you want them to. And you might have even gotten stagnant where you're not even feeling a whole lot anymore. You're just kind of moving through life. Or if you are feeling, the energy just feels like you could be more in a heavier space or a darker space. But what I am seeing here for you is this is also going to be teaching you that your thought processes and what you believe about your life may not be in alignment with what you actually want. And through this process, this initiation process, you're going to understand that a whole lot better. And here you have, let me show you, you have the Hierophant here, and then you have the Magician. And now these are two interesting cards in this particular deck. This Hierophant here is actually about belief systems. And I feel like you're going to be looking at what you believed. You see what I'm saying? Like she's looking at what's in her hand here. And you're going to look at the attachments that you were connected to here. And if what you believed about these things or these people or, your place of employment or the path that you're moving in, the direction that you're headed in, is really in alignment with who you are now. Is there any place that you've been settling? Have you allowed life to just be? And I feel like Spirit is wanting to move you out of that space where, you Aries, you guys have a ton of passion, And usually, a lot of times, people don't necessarily realize that, because sometimes you hold the passion in, and if it's not used, if you're not aware of it and it's not being expressed in a way that, a creative way, let's say, in a way that makes you feel alive, sometimes it could get a little stuck and you can become angry or have resentment, or just kind of, because of the anger, resentment, and you might just kind of choose to numb out for a second, and just kind of, life can get monotonous every day, and but that's not really what you want. And so I feel like with this initiation here that you're going to be going through, where, just understand though, as you can see, even though there's fire all around her, she's protected in this bubble. She's still protected. So I want you to understand that you will be protected through this process that you're going through. Even though it might feel like your world's gotten shaken up a little bit, you're still going to be protected. And just understand that this process is happening for you to bring change, for there to actually be change in your life. Because with everything that has happened and everything that's happening in your life with the Magician here, you're going to be able to use this experience and create something brand new for yourself, and something that's way better, and something that actually fits you and makes you feel alive again, you know? Because I feel like this place of stagnancy that you've been in really wasn't serving you. So it's like, okay, life's come along and the universe comes along and says, hey, wait, let me wake you up a little bit. You know, let me show you some things. And let me also show you, you know, that as above, so below. Which, interesting enough, these two cards, the Hierophant and the Magician, you know, that's what it's all about. As above, so below. So, please excuse my dogs in the background. I don't know what's going on with them, but they're barking. Anyway, so let's see here. So you might experience during this time period, you might experience where emotionally you may feel, it might get a little intense for you emotionally, okay? Because it might be uncomfortable, and you could, again, be going through this right now, but it could be uncomfortable not knowing all of a sudden why things are happening the way they are, you know. You might feel like you're being jolted about a little bit, you know, where one day something's this way and the next day something else happens, and it might feel like it's even out of your control. But just understand again that you are protected. And I'm sorry that this doesn't sound like something you might want to hear, but I also feel like, you know, it's important for you to know what is happening and why it's happening, and understand that on the other side of this, a lot of the BS in your life you're going to cut out. You know, things that really don't add up to you or aren't bringing you, that's things that are not, or people that aren't fruitful in your life. They're either possibly something might happen and, you know, they're no longer there, or you're just going to cut them out yourself. So, and just, you know, new life sometimes isn't easily won, you know. Nonetheless, though, this is necessary for you to get from A to B. You know what I mean? It's necessary for you to get to where you really truly want to go. So, and so here's another thing that I'm seeing here with these two cards. You have the Three of Cups, and then you have the King of Cups here. And this is a lot of emotions here. Now, what I'm feeling like here, two things I'm seeing with this, okay? I'm seeing that for some of you, what you will find with the Three of Cups is that anything that you might have been doing that was maybe numbing out the discomfort or caused you to become accustomed to complacency, you may find that you might be challenged in that area, or you might feel like you want to give up some of those things. Maybe you've been shopping a little bit more, maybe you've been spending more money, maybe you've possibly been going out more, to grab a few drinks. You might have found yourself going more than you normally go, or eating more even, to kind of cope with, not feeling alive like you really want to. But I'm seeing that you're going to, through this process, want to face those things head on. You're going to want to let go of some of these vices and attachments so that you can really get into the new life that's waiting for you. So here's the thing. I'm not saying that you need to physically do anything, because I feel like life is sort of going to guide you through this process, because you are once again going to be protected. Some of these things are going to just happen naturally on their own. It's not going to need you so much to do anything. So but just again know that, and some of these situations will be happening outside of you as well. Some of these situations will be happening around you, where you're going to be watching some friends and family members, or even your partner, go through some things, and you'll be looking from the outside, and you'll just be there for those people. Now for your relationship, for love and relationships, you got being in the flow. And the message on this card is, I am in the flow of the universe. So, this person, it's nighttime out, and she's in a boat being carried down the water, you know what I mean? And which means that she probably can't see as well as to what's going on, and the boat is carrying her through the waves, you see. And so I feel like the message here is that just to kind of be, and just let yourself go through this process, and try not to fight anything, but to understand it more. Try and take a look more, most importantly, at yourself and what you're experiencing, and what the story is in your mind around the situation, and if it lines up with what you want and where you're wanting to go. Okay. And also remember to make sure that you're getting rest. Make sure you're taking time out to rest, to truly rest, like to get sleep, to meditate, to go outside in nature. Make sure you're giving yourself enough self-care here through the process. Okay? All right, Aries, I will leave you with that, and I will talk to you soon.